Hello, my name is Maytha Salim and I'm 15 years old in 10th grade. I'm going to discuss kinetic energy in physics. In this video, we'll look at kinetic energy and how to calculate it using the equation Ke equals half mv squared. Now, an object's kinetic energy is the energy it has as a result of its motion. Thus, everything that moves, whether it's a rocket or particle, has kinetic energy. The amount of energy an object has is determined by two factors, its speed and mass. When it comes to speed, the quicker an object moves, the more kinetic energy it has, which sounds plausible since any fast-moving object must have a lot of energy transferred to it to speed it up, and that energy is stored in a kinetic energy store. Therefore, fast things have a lot of kinetic energy. Meanwhile, if mass and all other factors remain constant, such as speed of the object, the more mass the object has, the more kinetic energy it holds. So, assuming our particle weighs 0.1 grams and our rocket weighs 20 tons, and both are traveling at 900 meters per second, the rocket will have noticeably more kinetic energy than the particle since it has much bigger mass, but the speeds are the same. However, what if the rocket was moving at 5 meters per second and the particle was moving at 4,000 meters per second? To figure out which object had the most kinetic energy this time, we'd have to use the equation Ke equals half mv squared, which states that Ke is kinetic energy equals 1/2 times mass, which is measured in kilos, and then times velocity, which is measured in meters per second. And don't forget that it's squared. Then, for the purpose of this question, velocity and speed are interchangeable. As with any question, once we have the equation, the next step is to double check that all of our values are in the right units. By that, we need to alter 20 tons to 20,000 kilos as our 1,000 kilos per ton. Then, divide 0.1 grams by 1,000 to get 0.0001 kilos. Now, we can insert these numbers into our formula. For the rocket, we'd use half times the mass of 20,000 kilograms times its speed of 5 squared. Remembering that just the speed is squared, not the whole thing. So we get 250,000, which will be in joules, since energy is measured in joules. Even so, we multiply half times 0.0001 times 4,000 squared to get 800 joules for the particle. So, even if that particle was going far faster than the rocket, it had less kinetic energy due to its smaller mass. Kinetic energy has the following benefits or advantages. It is renewable. There is no pollution since nothing is burned. Because there are 2 tides every day, it's a safe bet. Once constructed, it is inexpensive to operate. The ability to be a plentiful resource. Kinetic energy is the energy that an object or particle has as a result of its movement. When work is done on an item by exerting a net force, the object accelerates and accumulates kinetic energy as a result. That concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it and gained something away from it. Thank you for watching.